What's up, YouTube? My name is Revanalkoff. This is LEGO Star Wars review of the UCS Millennium Falcon. Now, I finished this set Sunday, but I did not get to, I just shut my door, but I filmed it on Sunday as well, but it wasn't good, and I accidentally deleted it. So I had to refilm this. So here it is, the UCS Millennium Falcon. I'm going to turn it now. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, this is a massive set, very massive. Now before we look at the things of it, we're just going to take a nice overview look of all of the details. I mean, if you can see them all, they all look quite nice. Now, right now, this Millennium Falcon is the original Trilogy Millennium Falcon with the dish right there. But technically, it would be more original if I take these pieces off, which unfortunately, they just always pop off. They kind of terribly designed that way, but it's that ratchet that really gives them that grip on. Anyways, so yeah, that is now the original Trilogy Millennium Falcon. Now, it took to build, I had this on a stopwatch, 20 hours, 59 minutes, and 42 seconds, and 28 milliseconds. So that is pretty substantial build time. And of course, I didn't have school, so I didn't have to worry about that anymore. So let's take a look at the bottom first before we look at the top stuff. So as you can see here, it has a plaque. Very nice. You can pause it if you want to read it. But yeah, the build is quite simple. You can fold it all the way down. Display it that. But either way, it works for whatever you're trying to display it as. On this side, we have the boarding ramp. Right here, as you can see it. There's the boarding ramp. Now up there, you cannot actually access any rooms, but it looks cool, so there you go. There's also a feature from, if you remember, in Empire Strikes Back, Han Solo was talking about how his Falcon had a few more tricks up its sleeve, and of course, that would mean this secret hatch right here. You can tell by this round 1x1. You just slide that forward, and boom, pops out that little turret that shoots the stormtroopers. Shoots the snowtroopers, sorry. And you just pop that right back in there. Slide that across, and boom, it's shut. Now, of course, down here you have a gun. You have one of the bottom turrets. It can go that way or that way. Unfortunately, the whole thing cannot rotate, but yeah, you can do that with it. So that's pretty cool. The landing gear, there is about 4 on this side and 3 on the other side. This is what holds the whole ship. This is what holds the whole ship up, which is very, very interesting. And then, yeah. So as you can see, that's the other radar dish. We will put on that later to show what it looks like as a different look. So the first thing we're going to look at is the rooms that the ship has. Let me just lift it up. Lift up the tripod legs. Pull down the tripod legs. Yeah, a lot of tripod legs together. Another thing, the set number is 75192. The piece count is 7,541. It has 7 or 12 minifigures if you count the animals. Now, how do you access the interior? Well, simple. You want to remove your radar dish so it's easier to get into it. So there's one part removed, and there is another part removed. Of course, it'd be easier to turn this all around. So instead of me picking it up, because this set weighs a bunch, and it is really delicate, so picking it up is never a smart idea, we will do this instead. So as you can see, inside there is your Millennium Falcon area where they play Dedrick. I believe that is what it's called. You know, space chess is another term for it, but that's not a very Star Wars-y term. Now, of course, if I move that, you can see better. So let's take a look at that. This is a printed dish piece, as you can see. So it's pretty nice, very accurate, very cool. Of course, here's a chair, you know, Han Solo's chair. And there is a Rey minifigure in here. I'm going to set her to the side, and we can look at her later. There's some other detail in here, such as you can see down there, there is Luke's little helmet that he wears. Let me pull that out. I dropped it, and I broke that thing, but... So there is his helmet that he wore to fight the training droid, which unfortunately does not come in this set. That would have been interesting if it did. So another thing you can open on this set is this another turret swiveling like that. But to access it, all you have to do is lift this up. See, it just slides in there like that. Pretty handy, pretty interesting, kind of like that. I'll take the porg off as well on the turret. So down in there, you have Finn in the gunner's seat, as you can see him right in there. So yeah, that's pretty nice. If you look way down there, I'm not sure if there's enough light, but you can see you can somewhat see the plastic of the other bottom part for that. Another area of the set is right here, as you can see. You pop that off right there, and you pop this off right there. So there you have access to the interior of this part of the ship. Right here you have your, I have no clue, but you can open these up. You could potentially fit a minifigure inside, though I wouldn't recommend it. Here's Han Solo, of course. Old version. Another porg in here. We're going to use the porg to open that hatch. So that is a hatch where you can have your figures. You can put something in there. I don't know. Anything you want. In this hallway is the hallway where Leia and Han Solo kiss in the original trilogy. Now, of course, I'll give you a better look at that from another angle. Let me just turn this around again. So as you can see, this set is it's a very heavy set. I'm not entirely sure how much it weighs, but here is another angle of it. So down in here is the hyperdrive, as you can see it. That is a sticker. There's a sticker on this wall right here. And there's the room a bit better. Now, it's very hard to see in that room, unfortunately, but yeah. So in here, these panels are all stickers. There's some more in there. I did not show you in here, but that is also a sticker, and there's a sticker on the console there. So that is those are the rooms. Now you're probably wondering, well, shouldn't there be more rooms on this set? Well, it would make sense for there to be a room here, right? Well, it's not. It's just a panel that you could lift up, potentially. There is nothing in there except building techniques and a bit of greebling for the outside. Though, I did think of a fun way for this. So here's your original trilogy dish. Say you're not using it, but you don't want to have it out displayed. You can just throw it in there. Put your pin on here. Break that off entirely, I guess. No, I'm joking. Lift this off a bit. Try and line it up with the hole. It is not very easy. I would recommend if anyone actually gets this set themselves that this is a display set and not really a play set. So, yeah. The last thing we're going to look at here before we look at the minifigures and the box is we are going to look at the cockpit. So here is the Millennium Falcon cockpit. Unfortunately, you can see an overhead light, so I'm going to try and get you from a better angle. Right, so that's better. As you can see, we'll just take off this the front cockpit. This is a print, by the way, also another print. As you can see, there's Han Solo, Princess Leia, C-3PO, and Chewbacca all sitting down in there. Unfortunately, C-3PO cannot really sit while Chewbacca is also in the ship. Though, I think I might have found a way to do it just now. No, they will not sit in the same ship, unfortunately. So we'll just take all those minifigures out and look at the inside interior of this. So this is here's your control panel. There's some panels up here in the back and stuff like that. So yeah, that is your Millennium Falcon cockpit. Another thing that is a sticker that I did not mention is on each side. There's one of these. These are not stickers, actually. These are prints. So that is cool and good. Now, I'm going to turn the whole thing around again so I can set up the minifigures for the next part. Of course, I probably did not show you the back good enough, so allow me to show you the back. So there is the engine compartment. The engine which looks really good and amazing. I haven't seen a better looking engine. Looks pretty awesome. Fun fact, we're going to put all the panels back on. So let me just do that. Insert the gun turret. Sometimes you gotta remember where you put the other panels, but it's really not that hard. You usually can think of it pretty well. There you go. Those back panels are done. Let's put the front panels on. Right, that one's done. Of course, I have to fix that. That one's done. And now allow me to turn it into the sequel, Millennium Falcon. So there is that. There's this front one. And there's this other one here. So, there you go. The Millennium Falcon is done. It is now the sequel version of the Millennium Falcon. So yeah, pretty good. It's a pretty cool and amazing set. Very big and heavy, but in my opinion, it is worth its size and its value. Now this set, I believe, retails at $500 US. I'm not sure about other countries or its price, but I know that it is a very expensive set, so if you have the money to buy it, you know, there are other sets that are also, I mean, this is the display set. So if you plan on displaying this set, well, then that's what you do with it. If you're not planning on displaying it, then, well, not sure why you would get it. So now, allow me to show you the last thing, which is the figures. And so that is what we shall look at next. As you can see, I'm lining them all up based on their era. And there's Chewbacca. Unfortunately, I forgot to give him his blaster. Let me hand him that. You will notice that not everyone even has a blaster in this set. Notable people who do not have a blaster is Leia. Leia does not get a blaster. And neither does C-3PO. So that is unfortunate for them that they do not get a blaster, but they do get to look, they get to be in this set. The camera is going down here for a second. You're seeing the bottom shelf of it, of where this set will rest now. Alright, so here are the minifigures. Let's take a good look at them. We're going to go from Finn down to everyone else. So here is your Finn minifigure. He is not really different than any other Finn. Good back printing, good torso printing, and of course, he does have an angry face. You can see right there. There's him angry. So there's that. So that's good. We have Rey with her pistol, no lightsaber. And that was her angry face. And there's her happy face. So, angry, happy, or just mildly annoyed. Here's Han Solo. Old Han Solo. Face is different from the other version. Here is his alternate face, where he is really angry looking. There you go. Here is Princess Leia. Hoth version. Great printing. Excellent printing. I don't know if I showed Han's back printing, but there's that. There's Rey's, if I didn't show it. But yeah, awesome. And even leg printing. So cool. So Leia has a double-sided face. As you remember, they went into the space monster in Empire Strikes Back, and they wore these masks to go out into space, to go out into it to breathe. So that is pretty cool. Here's Han Solo. Awesome printing. Good back printing. Good leg printing. Of course, that new hair that they've been using since Solo. And of excellent, and the same mask, which is really cool that they did that. Another character, Chewbacca, can be used in both eras. Now, of course, this set does not have any play features, except Chewbacca's not spring-loaded, stud shooter crossbow. So I'm gonna shoot that. And there you go. That went over to the other table, and onto the floor. But yeah, that's Chewbacca. Back printing. Of course, if you know your Chewbacca, underneath this is nothing, just brown. Nice leg printing, if you can see that. That's really nice. Of course, last but not least is C-3PO with his printed legs. Unfortunately, no printed arm printing, none of that, but still a really good figure. Always cool to have a C-3PO. A Porg. Now, this is different from the Octu set. Really great. Same Porg, identical. And of course, the Mynock. These creatures in Star Wars suck power off ships. It's kind of how they live and feed. But yeah, that's a nice little build. And of course, now to the box. And that's it pretty much. All right. So, I'm going to move that marker, but here is the box for the set. There's your minifigures on it, as I showed you. Oh, right. I forgot. There is a BB-8. Unfortunately, he got separated, but yes, BB-8 is the same. Same printing as always, so